Welcome to People Deserve to Live. I'm your host, Sumaya. Today we ask you to put aside the headlines for a moment. We're not here to talk about geopolitics or military strategy. We're here to talk about heartbeats, about the lives, dreams, and profound dignity of the people of Sudan.
And I am Abel. It's true that since April 2023, a devastating conflict has swept across the country. But before that day, there was life in its fullest rhythm. There were bustling markets in Khartoum, children learning in schools in Darfur, families sharing tea and stories under the evening sky. That is the Sudan we must remember.
That is the home that has been fractured. I want us to try and imagine that moment, the moment the familiar sounds of your neighborhood are replaced by something terrifying, the moment you realize your home is no longer safe and you are faced with an impossible decision to leave everything you have ever known.
An impossible choice.
What do you take? In those frantic seconds, what piece of your life can you carry? A set of keys that no longer open a door, a single photograph, your child's favorite toy you are leaving behind, the scent of your kitchen, the weight of your grandfather's books, the view from your window. You are leaving behind a part of yourself.
And this is a story that has been lived by millions. International bodies like the UNHCR tell us the number is nearly 13 million people forced to make this journey. It is a number so vast, it is hard to comprehend. But we must see it for what it is. 13 million individual stories of loss. 13 million journeys into the unknown. A river of humanity flowing towards a desperate hope for safety.
And let's be clear, this journey is fraught with peril. It's not just the physical exhaustion. People face violence, exploitation, and unimaginable dangers along the way. Families get separated in the chaos. The roads themselves are often unsafe, passing through areas where conflict is active. Every step is a gamble. And that journey, it is not just a distance covered on a map. It's a trial of endurance. People walk for days with little food or water, carrying their children and the few belongings they could salvage. They are moving towards remote borders, towards places where the infrastructure to support them is already under immense strain.
Arrival is not the end of the struggle, is it? It's often the beginning of a new one. Life as a refugee or as someone displaced within your own country. It means living in a crowded camp, a makeshift shelter, or a host community that, while generous, is struggling with its own scarce resources.
It means the loss of normalcy, the loss of privacy.
Yes, the quiet dignity of daily life is stripped away. Your existence can become a series of queues, waiting for food, waiting for water, waiting for news. Your future, once something you could plan for, becomes a question mark you wake up with every single morning.
And Abel, we have to talk about the children, millions of children. For them, the world has become a very small and frightening place. The playground is gone. The classroom with its promise of a future is a distant memory. An entire generation is at risk of losing their education, their childhood.
That's right. Their youth is being consumed by this crisis. They're learning to cope with things no child should ever witness. And we have to consider the weight on their parents, who must watch their children face this.
Absolutely. The feeling of helplessness a mother must feel when she cannot find enough food for her child. Aid agencies warn that millions of children face acute food insecurity, that several regions are on the brink of famine. That is a weight of worry that is simply unimaginable.
And in this, the strength of Sudanese women shines through. They are so often the ones holding everything together. They are the caregivers, the protectors, the ones who create a sense of home even when there is no house. They are the bedrock of resilience.
Of course, they create pockets of life amidst the chaos. They find a way to share a meal, to sing a lullaby in a crowded tent, to tell a story that brings a moment of comfort. These are not small acts. They are profound acts of resistance against despair. They are a declaration that life will continue.
And that is the story that is so often lost in the news reports, isn't it? This isn't just a narrative of suffering. It is a powerful story of human strength, of the unbreakable spirit of the Sudanese people.
It is. It's seen in the way a stranger shares their last piece of bread, the way neighbors who fled together form a new family, the way an elder comforts a child who is not their own. Community has become the most vital lifeline.
These quiet acts of courage are happening every hour of every day. People are refusing to let their humanity be extinguished by the conflict. They are holding onto their culture, their faith, and their hope for peace with incredible tenacity.
And of course, there are aid organizations, both local and international, whose staff risk everything to provide life-saving assistance. They are a vital presence.
They are, but they face enormous challenges. The needs are simply overwhelming. And as this crisis drags on, global attention begins to fade. Funding cuts have a direct and devastating human cost. It means less food, less medicine, less clean water for people who have already lost everything.
So as we bring our conversation to a close, it is easy to feel a sense of helplessness when faced with a crisis of this scale. It is easy to be paralyzed by the numbers.
But we must resist the urge to turn away. We must remember that behind the number 13 million are 13 million individuals. A doctor, a teacher, a farmer, an artist, a mother with dreams for her children, a father who wants nothing more than to provide for his family in peace.
Right. They are not defined by this conflict. They are defined by their rich history, their vibrant culture, their kindness, and their incredible strength. They deserve more than our fleeting pity. They deserve our sustained solidarity, our deep respect.
They deserve peace. They deserve to go home. They deserve a future where their children can be safe and can dream again.
So let's keep the people of Sudan in our thoughts and in our conversations. Let's amplify their stories. Let us demand that the world does not look away, because people deserve to be seen, to be heard, and to be remembered. Thank you for joining us on People Deserve to Live.
Please like, share, and subscribe.